I'm going to show you a completely new way of exploring and understanding data. This is the data. Simple, 1500 rows. Every row is a transaction, where it happened, on which day, which card was used, what was the expense for, and gender, age, amount. So that's the simple data we have. Usually, you will create reports like this. This is a simple amount by expense type. But now let's look at a completely different visual called SandDance. This visual is not available by default. So you go to More Visuals from App Source, search for the visual called SandDance and install it. Now you'll see the visual added here. Click on the visual and now we need to add some fields here. This one has just one area for adding fields. It's called Field Well. So I'm going to add all the columns which I have in my table. In fact, I'm going to add the amount column one more time, and this time I'll make it count. Now, in case you don't see this menu, you go to Formatting, click on More Options. You will see SandDance, and then make sure Show Chrome is active. If it is not active, then you will not see the menu. What is it showing me? Right now, it has decided that it should show average of age. I don't want that. I still want expense type to be shown, and in total I want to say sum. The order of sorting is different, so let's sort this one in expense type ascending order. So now, practically speaking, both these are similar charts. You can switch off this menu by clicking on it one more time. When I go here on tooltip, it's showing me expense type and amount. Nothing special, nothing great. Now if I go and look at the tooltip on this visual, look at what happens. I'm not seeing the same tooltip. As I'm moving, that pink line is moving and it is showing me individual row from my data. So the difference in these two visuals is here I am seeing aggregated values. So entertainment, one value, food, one value, sum of amount for food. Whereas here it is showing me food, but every row which represents food is shown here separately. They are just stacked on top of each other. That's why it looks like a column chart. I have made this visual bigger in size so that we can learn it in greater detail. Left side is the menu. Make sure you go to the wheel and enable access and legend. This allows you to choose the type of charts and specify what to put where in the chart. Mouse wheel allows you to zoom in and zoom out. This one resets the view. Now I want to make a stacked column chart. So I'm already showing type of expense. I want different colors to be given to different card types. I'm going to choose color by card type. So this is almost like a standard stack column chart. But the concept remains. Each one of them is a separate row. So now, while all this is happening, I want to see individual transaction, because actually here I can see individual transactions just as lines. I don't want to see them as lines. So this is called strip layout. I want to change it to Treemap and see what happens. Now those are seen as a tree map. So individual transaction becomes a miniature box. The color is telling me the card type. And as though this is not enough, you will notice there is Z-axis, which is missing right now because it's two-dimensional. Let's make it 3D. And now it just flattens out like this because it's still two-dimensional. Because we have not put anything here, now I will put sum of amount here. And see what happened? Individual amounts are now standing out. Now before you understand anything else, you can immediately see an outlier, an abnormally long, big transaction. In a traditional method of doing stuff, this was impossible to do. For the nerds out there, this kind of visualization is called a unit visualization. That means everything from the raw data is somewhere represented on the visual. This is an open source project. The visual is available in Power BI, Azure Data Studio, and also as an extension in Visual Studio Code. All the links are given in description. In fact, you can try this visual without Power BI on the web. I've given the link to the web version in the description. This is the web version. There is a sample data about US voting, but I want to put my own data. So I'm going to upload the CSV of the same data which we were using earlier. So this is our same chart being shown on the browser. So now let's look at some other chart types. Let's go to grid. I made it 2D. It is showing me all my transactions by card type. I'm going to sort it also by card type so it looks like a single stack column chart. I can make it 3D. Currently there is nothing in the third dimension, so the z-axis I want to put amount. Each transaction is being shown here. Imagine, we have never seen our data like this. I want these heights to be little proportionately higher. So you go to the wheel again and increase the Z scale. So now I can actually see the small ones, medium ones, and tall ones. Now there's one more refinement you can do. Go to this diamond and enhance 3D mode. Now this will work if you have a proper good graphics card. It has shadows now and it has some amazing features. Shadows, yes, ambient occlusion, bloom highlighting, and I prefer to make it a little lesser and also enable anti-aliasing. Currently the full version of this visual supports 500,000 data points and you can easily manipulate them in 3 dimensions with full rendering capability, shadows, and so on. Notice what happens. When I hover, just hover, it lights up that thing, and that lighting up is called bloom. How bright that is the bloom amount. Now let's say I want to focus on gold card. The moment I click on it, all of them light up. How beautiful is that? Now I want to focus only on those and not see platinum, signature, silver. Then I say isolate. Now I want to color things not by the card type because that's only one card type. I want to do it by CNY. CNY means country. Wow. And of course I want to sort it also by country. So that's how it gives you an unimaginably great way of looking at your same old data in a completely different manner. Here is a tree map. Tree map means it starts with small and then goes to bigger transactions. Now here size is controlled by amount. This is currently 2D. Let's make it 3D. And now I have a z-axis which is showing me amount, but in this case I want to show average age. Color is by country. The height is controlled by age, and the size means the individual size of these boxes is controlled by amount. There's one more thing I want to show you. Why is it called SandDance? So let's stop filtering. Now it'll have all those 1500 items. I want to remember this view. So I create a snapshot and I'll just call it number 1. Okay. Now let's change this to a completely different type of visual. Okay, so I like this one. I'm also going to create a snapshot of this. Let's call it number 2. Here is another chart and let's save this as snapshot number 3. So also enable dark mode. It looks so much more beautiful. And now I can go next and previous snapshot and see what happens. It doesn't just go from one snapshot to another. Every item finds its position. So I'm going to next, and now it found its position again. These individual transactions are behaving like grains of sand. That's why it's called SandDance. Now this dance is called stagger. You can actually scrub the transition so that you can be somewhere in between. So let's try with longer transition durations. And this is storytelling on steroids. There's a simple grid showing me amount by card type. But now I want to break it down based on gender. So I choose facet as gender. It divides that into 2 separate components. One is for male, one is for female. So this is female, this is male. And I further laid it out based on expense type. So now I am seeing the same tree map as small multiples with entertainment, food, fuel, and male-female distribution. This is absolutely outstanding. I want all of you to try it out with your own data and then tell me in comments what additional useful information you could find because of this amazing visual. And also share it with as many people as you can, because everyone deserves to know more about their data, and that is going to drive their growth. So that's it for now. Thank you.